Charlotte. Hello. Hi there. So we're just at, we're just right at 4, so we'll start. And we'll start standing up. Welcome to yoga. And for those of you who might be tuning in later, my name is Nicole, and this is an hour-and-a-half yoga class. Okay, so let's begin by bending the knees and reaching up, giving a good stretch. And then letting the arms come down to the sides. And then we'll bend and reach up, stretch again, and coordinate these movements with our breath. So now we're exhaling, letting the arms come down. And again, bend and reach. Let the arms come down. And this time we're going to bend forwards from the hips, reach up. Now on our exhale, we'll come forwards, reaching with the head. And then bend the knees and come up. So that's kind of our warm-up one. And this time we're going to bend forwards. It's called Uttanasana. And just go down as far as it's comfortable. So it's a nice forward fold. We're hanging from our hips, letting the head hang too. Taking another breath. We're getting a nice stretch in the legs and loosening the back. And then let's put those arms to the sides and come all the way up. Stretching upwards. Now we're going to let our left arm come down to the side and reach out towards the left with our right arm. Up and away from us. And then breathe in, bring the left arm up. And now the right arm goes down and we reach with the left arm. And then come back to the center and let the arms come down. We're going to do some bellows breathing next. So let's bring the hands to the heart center. Take a nice big breath in. Let the elbows go out. Stretch the intercostal muscles between those ribs as we inhale and then exhale, drawing all the air back out. And then inhale, drawing air in. Maybe even tip the head back a little and then exhale. The elbows come in and we press our air out. Let's do 2 more. Bellows breathing. Nice big stretch. Exhale. And then 1 more. And exhale again. Nice. And let's let the arms swing forward and back. We'll loosen the shoulders. We're also going to be going up on the pads of our feet by lifting our heels. Might say we're going up on our toes. Let's swing a few more times. And then we'll go up on our toes. We'll be balancing there. You can hold on to something if you need to. And see how well your balance is doing. And then we'll let the arms come down and swing them again. Forward and back. And we'll take our arms up behind the body, palms up, and lift. So we're lifting using the muscles in the back upper arm or our triceps. Still breathing. And then release and shake it out. And then let's stand with our feet a little bit apart and swing the arms around the body. You can even let them flop around the body if you want. Gently, of course. And I like to let the opposite heel rise up a little bit so that we're getting a little bit of twist through the hips as well as the torso. And then our next asanas will be in the form of sun salutations. So we're going to come back to our center and then stand at the front of the mat, bend the knees, reach the arms up, spread the fingers even as we stretch, and then forward fold. Then come up to a flat back again, reaching the head forwards. And then exhale, forward fold. Then step back with the right foot, plant the right hand next to the left foot, swoop the left arm up so that we get a nice twist to the side. Our chest is trying to go to the left, and then press the right heel back and down. Both hands, fingers are spread. And then let's bring the left arm back to the mat. Step the left foot back so we're in a nice plank, and take a big breath in plank. And then on the exhale, we'll lower down, keeping the elbows nice and close. Touch the knees and the chest in chaturanga, and then come up to a cobra. If you lift the knees off the ground, you're in up dog. And breathe. See if you can send the torso upwards and forwards a little bit so you feel a stretch in the low back. And then turn the toes under, rock and press back to a downward facing dog, and walk the dog. So we're alternating our heels moving towards the floor, feeling the nice flexing, making the hips more flexible. So walk, walk, walk with our downward facing dog, and press the heels back and down and reach with the hips. Lower the chest and shoulders. Take another breath in our downward facing dog. And then we'll step or jump up to our hands. Hang in a forward fold. Come up to a flat back, reaching the head forwards. Exhale back to our Uttanasana forward fold. Arms out to the sides, let's come up. A nice reverse swan dive. Reaching upwards. And then bring the hands to the heart center. Now let's stand here in our mountain pose. Take another breath. Listen to the breath, make a sound so you can keep track of it. And one more breath. Nice, full, ujjayi breathing. And now we'll do the other side. Bend the knees, swoop the arms up, stretch. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Come up to a flat back, reaching forwards with the head. And then back down to Uttanasana, but step the left foot back and plant the left hand next to the right. Swoop the right arm up. Spread those fingers out. And reach with the heel of the left foot. And breathe. Nice twist. And then we'll bring the arms down, step back with the right foot into a plank. Breathe here, nice deep breath. And on the exhale, we'll lower ourselves down into chaturanga, knees and chest touch. Swoop into cobra or up dog. Breathe here again. Drawing the upper body forwards and upwards. Then we'll turn the toes under, rock or press back to our downward facing dog and walk the dog. And then we'll press our heels back and down, reach back with the hips, lower the shoulders, lower the chest, let the head hang. So we're stretching our downward facing dog. And then we'll step or jump up to our hands. Hang in a forward fold. Breathe in into a flat back. Back to a forward fold. Arms out to the sides and hinging from the hips. Let's come back up. Take the arms up above the head. Stretch nice and tall. And then we'll bring the hands down to the heart center. I'm muting. Down to the heart center and breathe in mountain pose again. So if you need to adjust the pelvic tilt, go ahead and do that. Draw the shoulder blades closer. Lift through the crown of the head as you breathe. And then we'll let the hands come down. Give them a little shake, the shoulders too. And then we'll separate our feet about shoulder distance, bend the knees a bit, and we'll go around in circles. Nice hip circles. A couple more times this direction. And now let's reverse it. And then back to the center. Nice. Now we're going to bend the knees and swoop the arms up again. Bend forwards. Place the hands on the mat. Step back into a downward facing dog. Stretch into the downward facing dog again. And lift the right leg up into a three-legged dog. Stretching that foot away, lowering the shoulders, keeping the hips as level as you can. It's not that easy to keep track of those hips, but give it a try. And then let's lower the right foot, lift the left leg up into three-legged dog, and breathe. Nice full Ujjayi breath as you're working. And then lower the left foot and let's come down on our knees, sink back onto our heels into a child's pose. Letting the chest come to the thighs and the forehead come to the floor. And then breathe. Listen to that breath as you take in as much air as you can and expel as much as you can each time. Then we'll move our hands over about a foot or so to the left side. You can even put your right hand on top of the left and settle into that stretch. Breathe in the whole time. And then we'll move the hands back into the middle. Take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, shift over to the right side and settle in over here and breathe. And back to the center. Let's come up to all fours. And we're going to take our left foot and move it out at an angle so that it's over there like a kickstand. The left hand is in the center pretty much. Stretch the right leg back and take the right arm up. This is a version, an easier version of a cross. So this would be a cross. But we are using our kickstand and knee to help keep our balance here. And then let's take the arm over the head, reaching forwards so that we're stretching all the way along the side, reaching with the foot and the hand. And then we'll bring that arm up and around so we're on all fours again. Now we'll take our right foot out to the side a little like a kickstand. Send the left leg straight back, move the right hand in a little, and swoop the left arm up so that it's up above the right arm. They're in a line like a T. And now let's move the left arm forwards in line with the ear, reaching with the hand. So from the side, looks like this. We're reaching so that we feel a stretch around through the waist and the low back and hip, shoulders. And then we'll bring the arm and leg back around, back to all fours. And now we're going to come down on our forearms with the fingers spread out and making good connection to the floor. Now we'll go into dolphin, turn the toes under, press the hips up. See if you can semi-straighten the legs and reach up and back with the hips. Forehead or the top of the head will come down. Maybe make contact with the floor. Then we can let our chest sink between the shoulders a bit. And breathe. Nice dolphin. Listen to the breath. Take nice deep breaths. And then we'll come down on our knees and then up on our hands. We're in all fours again. Okay, next we're going to take our right leg and keep the knee bent, reach the foot upwards and then towards the head. And we can reach our head back so we can give a little curve to the back, even through the shoulders. So this is our scorpion. And then bring that leg down and we'll do briefly one on the other side. Lift the left leg up so we're bent at the knees, aiming the foot towards the ceiling or sky and then towards the head. And the head lifts up too. And then let's bring that leg down and come up on our knees. And then place the hands on the hips. We're going to keep a nice plank from the knees upwards and lean back. And then inhale, come back up to upright position. And then lean back. Back up is the inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come back up. And the last one, lean back. And come back up. Nice. And now let's go ahead and come back to all fours again for some cow and cat. So the knees are about hip distance apart. The hands are underneath the shoulders. The wrists are underneath the shoulders. The hands are spread out. The fingers are connecting. Let's take a big breath in and reach the head forwards and the hips back. And then on our exhale, cat, curving upwards like a cat. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And back to neutral. Take the right leg back, the left arm forwards, and lift the right leg. So now we're balancing on our right hand and our left knee. Our drishti, or our gaze, is out in front, beyond the left hand. And then we'll put those two limbs back. Send the left leg back behind us. Reach the right arm forward. Spread the fingers. Lift the left foot off the ground. And reach with the foot and the hand. So we're balancing now on our right knee and our left hand. And breathe. And then we'll replace the knee and hand and sit back on our heels. So let's take our arms up above the head, weave the fingers together, and press the palms upwards. We might get a little bend in the upper back. Breathe here. Then we'll bring the arms down, reach behind the back and weave the fingers together there and stretch the knuckles down towards the ground, opening up the chest and shoulders. And breathe. And then we'll bring our chest low towards our thighs, hinging from the hips, and let the arms float up behind us, just as far as they comfortably can go. And maybe you want to bring your forehead to the floor. And let the arms keep going. You can reweave the hands so the other thumb is on top if you want. And feel a nice stretch here. And slowly come back up. And now we'll do a nice little twist, but we're gonna come down on one hip and swoop the other leg across. So I'm on my right hip, my left foot has come across. I'm gonna take my right arm and wrap it around my left knee, and then take my left arm up and around behind me. Now I'm just turning the torso to the side or towards the side as far as I can comfortably go. Rising up through the spine, through the crown of the head, and slowly making progress farther around if it's appropriate. And breathing the whole time. And now we'll come back to the center. Take the hands and place them behind, slightly behind the hips, fingers forwards. Lean back into the arms, bending the elbows. Bring the knees into the chest, so you had to unwrap the knees. And now lift the legs up in front into partial boat. And if you'd like to reach your arms out to the sides or along the legs, go ahead and do that. So your boat is more like this if you want. So a little bit longer boat if you can manage, and then bring the knees back into the chest. And place the feet on the ground. We're gonna bend so that our other leg is on top now. So now the right knee is bent upwards, the left one's lying on the ground. We're gonna put that right foot on the outside of the left knee this time. Wrap the left arm around the right knee. Take the right arm up, swoop it up and all the way around. Lift through the whole upper body, reaching upwards. You can feel this twist coming from the base of the spine. And make progress around to the side as it's appropriate. And the whole time we're breathing our nice Ujjayi breath. Full breath. And now we'll slowly come back to the center and do another boat. So let's unwrap the legs, have the feet together, have the hands go behind us, fingers forwards, lean into the arms, lift the legs up into a half boat, then take the arms out to the sides or along the legs, and see if you can hold the legs up there while you breathe. And you can even hold on to the legs if that helps you, kind of a transition till you get stronger. And then bring the legs in, and we'll go into a seated butterfly. So we want to press against the floor so that our pelvic floor goes down and back. Bring the outer edges of the feet together, the knees are out to the sides. And then draw the feet closer, as close as you're able to manage comfortably. So seated butterfly. We'll stay here for a little bit. Now, while we're here, let's see if we can draw our shoulder blades together. That'll help our shoulders roll back and down. And we can rise up through the chest, the crown of the head. So we're really elongating the spine upwards, making room between the vertebrae. And the soles of the feet are open towards the sky. Just the outer edges of the feet are touching. So we don't want to be pulling on the feet so much. We want to just hold on to the ankles or lightly onto the feet. You can even massage the arch of the foot with the thumb on both sides if you want. Why not? Your thumbs are there. So if you want to, go ahead and do that. And now focus on the breath. So just relax, hold on to the ankles, sit up nice and tall and focus on the breathing, nice full breath. Notice the expansion of the rib cage as you breathe in. Draw inward and upwards in the abdominal area as you exhale. And one more breath here. So we'll release our butterfly. We're going to take our left leg back into a cross-legged position, but with the knee kind of towards the center. And then we're going to take our other leg and stack it as close to on top of the other knee as we can. The feet are out to each side. So you might be able to stack the knees, or maybe there's a foot in between. It's okay. Whatever, however close you can get to this asana or position is fine. We're going into Mukha, which is our cow pose. So first, before we do any leaning into it, let's grab onto the toes and the sort of the metatarsal area of the foot. So not each individual toe, but the area at the top. And just bend the toe area, including just the latter third of the foot, and press your thumb into the sole of the foot a little bit, and just bend the feet nice and gently. A few times more. And then bend the toes back a little bit. We'll do more footwork, but right now it's just nice while your feet are on either side. Okay, so now we're ready to do a little bit more while we're here. So our right leg, my right leg is on top. And then I'm going to take my right arm out in front and wrap my left arm under and bring the palms together. So this is the top of an eagle. So we have our cow face legs and the top of the eagle. And then lift the arms upwards. I'll turn a little to the side in case it's difficult to tell my positioning. So we're stretching some of the small muscles in the upper back. And then we'll release the arms down. And now we're going to hold on to the feet again and lean forwards from the hips. Just a nice fold forwards while you're in your cow face legs. So knees are stacked, bring the chest forwards, just as far as it's comfortable. Breathing the whole time. And then slowly come up. We'll do one more thing while we have our right leg stacked over our left. Let's take our right arm up again, bend at the elbow, bring the left hand up to the right elbow, and stretch here. If you'd like to, you can convert this to a reach up the back, so swoop the left arm out and up the back a little, and see if you can touch the fingertips together, or maybe even hook the hands together. And feel another good shoulder stretch. And breathe. And then we'll release our shoulder stretch arms and lean back in the hands, this time for the purpose of switching the cow face legs. So reach them out in front like a boat again, but go right to the other knee on top. So now my left knee is on top, my feet are out to the sides. We can massage the instep again. You can use the fingers or the thumb. And this time massage some other parts of your feet. Maybe it's right at the base of the toes, on the toe pad. Maybe you like to massage your heels. So just give a good little massage there. Bend the toes towards the hips, then maybe send them away. So you're getting flexing in the toes. Bend them into a pointed foot and flex them again. All right. So now let's go ahead and send our left arm out because it's our left knee that's on top. And then we're going to wrap our right arm underneath and go into our eagle pose for our arms. And then take the arms slowly upwards, feeling the stretch change as you're stretching those smaller muscles that are at the top of the back. And breathe, nice, calm and full Ujjayi breath. And then release the eagle arms. Kind of shake the arms out a little. I know we're on the floor, so it's shake out towards the side slightly. And then we'll bring the arms back in. And now we're going to do our shoulder stretch. So let's take the left arm up, bend at the elbow, bring the right hand up to guide that elbow. We want to make sure that our head is still above the body. If it dips forwards, draw it back up. And then if you want to convert this shoulder stretch into a reach up the back, take that right arm behind and see if you can reach the fingers towards each other, get them to touch and or hook the hands together. Sitting up tall, breathing, feel the ribs spreading out each time you inhale. And when we exhale, we want our abdominal area to draw inwards and upwards, helping the air to move back out of the body, all the way from the base of the lungs. And one more breath here. And then we'll release our arms, come back to the center, lean back into our hands again, reach the legs out in front like a boat. And just hold them out there, keeping the elbows bent so we get a little more practice, keeping our legs extended. And then bring the feet down onto the floor and press against the floor. Maybe walk the hands towards the feet until you come up into a nice squat. Wrapping the arms around the knees, adjusting your feet. And we want to try to keep a little bit of an arch in the feet. Let's see if we can do that and rise up through the spine so that we have the top of our head is lifted, the low back is as straight as we can get it. Some people might need to flare their knees out a bit more. So that's an option for you. And we'll stay here in a squat for another breath. And now we're going to try to balance in a frog, or I guess it's a crane pose. So we're on our feet. I used to call it a frog when I was a kid. Okay, so we're going to lean forwards into our hands, and the knees are up on the outside of the arms. So from the front, it looks like this. Knees are out here, and the elbows are on the inner knee part. We're going to lean forward and come up on our toes and see if we can get the feeling of balancing on our hands. And then see if you can lift the feet off the floor, even if it's just for a millisecond. And we want to balance our weight above the hands. So come back down on your feet, and let's try that again. Leaning forward so the hands come to the floor, the knees on the outsides of the lower upper arm, tip forward so the weight's in the hands, and see if you can lift the feet off the ground. And then come back into the squat. And we're going to slowly stand up. So forward fold first. Hang from the hips. Then reverse swan, slowly rise up, little by little, keeping the back as straight as you can, then taking the arms above the head, reaching. So we're standing again. Reach up, and then let's bring the hands to the heart center. And then let the arms come down, shake them out. And we're going to get a drink. Okay, so, or you can take a break of another kind if you want, in addition to or. And then we'll come back to the center. So keeping a nice soft bend in the knees, keeping the hips in a nice neutral position. We're going to take our arms out and cross. Out and cross. So we're getting some stretching, loosening. And we also can work on our abdominal tucking. And let's do a couple more. And then we'll take our arms out to the sides and make some circles out there. And then we'll go forwards. So if you went forwards first, then go backwards. And then we'll lift the arms back up so our palms come together. Stretch upwards. And then bring the hands to the heart center. And let the arms come down. And shake them out. Shake the shoulders, the arms, the hands. And then relax. Let's reach out for a piece of furniture if you would like some support while we do a standing quadricep stretch. So if you want support, let's say the right arm is reaching out. We're going to take our left hand and try and lift the left foot so that those two come together. Hold on to the top of the foot. Slowly start moving that foot toward the buttocks, and we have our tummies drawn in and upwards, the chest is lifted, and the head remains above and in line with the body. So just bring that in, breathe, Nice, calm, and full Ujjayi breath. If you do not need to hold on to your support, reach that other arm around behind and hold on with both hands onto that left foot. That will help open the chest up even more. And now we'll release the left foot and we'll do the same thing on the right side. So reach out the left hand if you need it, reach back for the right foot, draw it in towards the buttocks, draw the abdominal area in, lift the chest, keep the head in line with the spine and reach back if you don't need the left hand for support. And then breathe. Nice, full Ujjayi breath. So you can keep track of your breath and let it calm you. Very useful to be in that frame of mind of using the breath to help you so that when you're out in the world, when you need a little calming, you can just turn to your breath. Take nice, big, deep breaths and see how it can help relax you. Let's take one more Ujjayi breath. Release the right foot. Let's walk it out a little bit. If you want another drink, go ahead and get one while we're walking it out. So next we'll go into our Virabhadrasana or warrior poses. So standing at the front of your mat, step the right foot back and we'll go into a standing lunge. So we want our left knee to be above the left ankle, but not in front of it. So it can be behind it, just not in front of it. And we want to still keep our good posture. Take the arms forwards and then maybe a little higher and as high as you comfortably can. Fingers are spread, reach up. And then we want to anchor the arms into the shoulder sockets and sink deeper into the pose if it's appropriate. We might be able to maintain a good arch, which will help our ankles stay supported. And you can even try to reach back and down with your right heel. And our gaze or our drishti is out in front or part way up or all the way up. And then we'll lift up, turn the back foot out, twist the body to the side, arms go front and back, and then keeping that left knee going straight ahead, let's bend it and come into warrior two. So now we're in a lunge that allows that right hip to be open and the shoulder blades draw in towards each other so that we're nice and strong, building muscle in our upper back, promoting a straightness in the spine. And from here, we'll be lowering our right arm. So go ahead and lower it to the leg, lift the left arm up, turn the palm back, stretch upwards, and then slide that right hand down a little on the right leg so that you can curve and reach. We're going to be reaching up and away from us, but this is a little beyond, going in the middle above us and a little bit behind. So we're stretching in a nice curve. And then let's move back into our warrior two. And straighten that front leg. We may want to bring the feet a little closer. If so, go ahead and adjust. And then we'll tip forwards until the left hand is touching the left leg. And then reach with your upper body so you get some more length and straightening in the lower spine. That'll help that left hand to come lower towards the ankle. Maybe you even bring your hand to the floor. Maybe you use a block, and that's all good. For me, my legs are quite long compared to the rest of me, so reaching the floor is not really an option. And then we'll slowly come back up. Turn to our right side with our arms out to the sides and our toes pointed towards the sides. And then we'll do some circles. Let's take the arms down, reach across. We feel a nice stretch here as we go. And then breathe in and go up, stretching the fingers wide out. And then down, exhale, stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down, cross and stretch. Inhale, continue up and out. And one more time. So it's nice to change which arm is on top each time. And then go up. And let's let the arms float down. Turn our feet back towards the front. Step forwards and walk it out. So now we've done the left side with the left foot in front. After we walk it out a little bit, we'll do some twisting, do the twist a little, and then we'll do the other side. So let's go ahead and stand with our feet apart and take our hips and chest opposite ways. This is especially nice for working the muscles right under the rib cage. And you can imagine your favorite twisting song. Just a little bit more twisting. You can play around with your twist. You can bend your knees a little more and then come up, or go around in circles, whatever you like. Okay, so let's shake out our upper bodies a little bit more. And then we'll step back with our left foot and go into our Virabhadrasana with our right leg forward this time. So bend the right knee, come down into a nice high lunge. Check the knee that it's still facing straight forwards. Draw the abs in and swoop the arms forwards and take them up as high as you comfortably can, stretching the hands as far away from the body as you can, and then drawing the whole arm back into the shoulder socket. And now we can take our drishti or our gaze up a little higher and take it then as high as it's comfortable for you. Focus on the breath. And then we'll rise up, turn the back foot out, twist the upper body to the side, and then arms go forward and back. Now we want our left hip to stay open as we bend the right knee straight forwards, just like the hand is going straight forwards. And because we've twisted the upper body to the side, our left arm can be directly behind us. And then sink as low into this position or asana as you would like. Draw the shoulder blades in and continue breathing. We do want to continue to have arches in the feet. That'll help the position of the foot and also the ankle and build strength there. Next, we'll take our left arm down, take the right arm up, stretch upwards, turn the palm towards the back, and then slide that left hand down a little. And we're reaching again upwards and towards the back. This is a good time to think about your right knee. See how it feels. Does it feel like it's still forwards? If not, you might want to bring it back in alignment. And then slowly come up into our warrior two. So settle here in warrior two. Then straighten the front knee, adjust your stance if you need to. Tip forwards from the hips, bringing the arms, keeping them opposite each other, bringing that right hand closer and closer to the leg, maybe the shin. You can also check the knee alignment when you're here, just based on your elbow touching the knee, and then stretch the upper body away from the hips, reaching with that upper body. We can have our fingers spread out, especially the one that's on top, and breathe. Nice triangle, Trikonasana. And our gaze can be out to our left side or up towards the hand or anywhere in between. Then slowly come back up, turn to the left side, arms are out. Let's bring them down to the thighs. We're gonna slide them down the thighs, down the rest of the leg, and hang from the hips with the legs way out at this nice wide angle. You can keep as much bend in the knee as you need to, and place the hands on the ground, let your head hang down. Breathe, nice deep Ujjayi breath. Now bend the right leg so that you can feel a nice stretch along the inside of the left leg. You may want to shift your hands slightly to the right. And now we're down here near our feet. You can see how much arch you have in the feet. You can spread those toes out and grip the floor. And now let's bring the hips into the middle, hands into the middle, and now shift over towards the left. So the left knee bends, the right leg stretches out. And breathe. Checking arches, gripping with toes. So these are all just suggestions, of course. It's hard to do everything that I suggest. So you just pick and choose what you want to work on any given day. And now let's bring the hips back to the center. Place the hands near or on the thighs. Slowly come halfway up, reach the hip forwards. Then continue with your back straight all the way up. Take the arms up above the head. That's our breath in. Exhale into goddess, bend legs and arms. Arms are out to the side, perpendicular, forearms to upper arms. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. See if you can hear your breath. Depends on your environment too, I know. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. And one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. And then we'll relax, so come back to normal. Turn towards the right foot. Our bellies are drawn in. Step the left foot forwards and walk it out. Time for another drink. Let's put our legs up on the wall. So let's come down to the floor. Place those legs up on the wall so that we can have some time with a nice, easy flow of blood back to the heart. Sort of a rest of the vascular system. Let the back be nice and relaxed on the floor as well. And you can keep your hips far from the support if you want. See, there's a big gap there in mine. Or you can scooch those hips up close so that your legs are more perpendicular to your body. And then we'll take our arms up over our heads for a nice breath in. Feel the rib cage stretching. Exhale, bring the arms back. Kind of pull the belly in and upwards. And then again, up and over. Big breath in. Exhale, take the arms back towards the hips. And again, one more. Arms up and over. Breathe. Exhale, arms back. Now let's take the arms to the sides. Let's take our right arm across the body, straight across the chest. Bring the left hand up to the upper arm, just in case you want to pull the arm in a little closer. That way you can feel a lot of stretching going on in the top of the arm and the base of the shoulder on the outside. And just do it if it feels right for you. And then we'll open up the arms and try the other side. So arms out. Exhale, left arm across. Right hand comes up to the upper arm. And breathe. And then we'll reach the arms out. And you can leave them there. You can put them on your ribs. You can let them be on the sides. So we're going to work with our legs now. We'll need the hands in a minute. Let's cross our right ankle over the left knee. And then slide the left foot down. Maybe you get to perpendicular. If you're really, really close to your support, you might not make it down very far. But we want to stretch our piriformis on the right hip area. So if you want, you can wrap your hands onto the top of the shin or have them be on the back of the knee area and then lift them away from your support. We want our right knee to move away from us and we want both of the feet to be flexing, or if your left foot is on the support, at least the right foot is flexing. So hopefully you feel a nice stretch and deep in the right hip, the piriformis muscle. We want to stretch it out when we do our yoga so that we avoid having sciatica problems. The sciatic nerve goes right next to the piriformis muscle, so when it's not stretched out, it can affect the nerve. Some people's nerves go right through the piriformis muscle, which makes it even that much more important. Now let's replace the legs up there. Cross the left ankle on the right knee. We want that left knee to move away, the right knee to move towards us, so we can wrap our hands around the top of the shin, under the knee. Flex the feet and start feeling a nice stretch in the left hip. Stretching our piriformis on the left side just as deeply as it feels right to you. And breathe, focus on the breath again. And enjoy the stretch. Another way to intensify this stretch is just to tip a little bit onto the right hip. So in other words, the sole of the left foot is moving towards the floor on the right side. So it's either that or bringing the knee in closer. You have options, your choice. And then we'll take the legs back up. We're gonna have our arms along the sides of the body and get a little range of motion with the upper arm and shoulders. So we're doing angel wings next. Arms hover or slide along the floor out towards the side and then up so that they're aiming for above the head. So it depends on how the arms and shoulders are doing. Let's go back to arms straight out and then down to the hips. And then again, arms out to the sides and up as high as you can comfortably go. And then back out and down to the sides. Let's lower our feet. Move them off of the support and turn your bodies or walk your feet, hips, shoulders back so that you're on your mat the way you want to be again. The next thing we'll do is go up into a half bridge. So with the arms along the sides of the body, lift the hips up as high as you can. As high as you can comfortably. We can use the muscles in the back of the legs, the buttocks. You can also wriggle the shoulders under and see if that helps lift the upper body a little higher too. And ideally, our knees are in alignment with our hips or maybe the shoulders, but we want to work towards those goals. And then we'll slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Bring the knees in so we get a nice stretch in the lower back. And breathe. With the feet and hands up in the air, flex and point. We can keep our shoulders on the ground. We can do this action through the ankles, wrists, and the hands and feet, back and forth. Working on flexibility and also strength. And then let's hold a flex. So we're bending the feet back. I'll turn to the side so you can see. They're bent back towards the body. Now forwards. I'm going to get a nice curve in the feet. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the hand and wrist. And then flex. So if you find that you get a little cramping, then quickly come out of it and go the opposite way. And then again. And now let's go in circles. So the hands and feet are rotating around the wrists and ankles. And then reverse the direction. And reverse again. And reverse again. Let's draw the knees in. Go into another half bridge, so feet to the floor, lift the hips up, wriggle the shoulders under, You can go up as high as you can manage comfortably. You can convert this to a full wheel if you want. And the way one would do that is to flip the hands up like this and then lift up. And then slowly bring your bridge back down. Bring the knees back in towards the chest. And then lift the hands and feet up again. This time we're going to spread the fingers and toes out as far as we can. And then scrunch them up, make a fist, curl the toes, use muscles, arms, and legs. Stretch the toes and fingers out again. We want to gain range and flexibility. Scrunch them up. And let's do one more. Stretch them out. Make room between those digits. And then scrunch them up again. And heck, let's do one more stretch. Reach. And then bring the knees back into the chest. Feet down onto the floor. Stretch the left leg all the way out. And then we'll lift our hips and move them a little to the right. And take the left hand on the outside of the right knee and roll that knee as far across as it's comfortable to you. And then reach the right arm out to the right side. Let that shoulder and arm sink. You might already feel a little bit of adjusting in your lower spine. And now we're going to turn our head to the right as well. And relax the shoulders. Relax the facial muscles. We're looking out beyond the hand, but then close the eyes. Listen to the breath. And then imagine yourself lying on a beautiful beach. Maybe you're on a towel, maybe you like the sand, whichever. The temperature is just right. You can feel a beautiful breeze coming off the water. If you look up in the sky, there are big fluffy clouds, blue, and you can see birds flying through the area, swooping around. You can hear birds in the trees, and if you like shade, you're tucked under a big, big old tree. Just enjoy being here while you stretch. Maybe you can even smell some plumeria or something that you like the scent of a lot, wafting on the breeze. Maybe it's just the salt sea air. Another nice full breath here. And then we'll slowly roll back to the center. Bend the left knee and scooch the hips into the middle. Let's go into one final bridge. Lift the hips up again. Roll the shoulders under. You can have your palms pressing lightly on the floor, or you can weave the fingers together underneath your hips. And then see if you can lift up a little higher. And then slowly come back down, one vertebra unfurling at a time. Now let's stretch our right leg out, scooch the hips a little to the left. And with our right hand, we're going to roll our left knee across. Reach the left arm out to the left side. Let the shoulder and arm sink. Turn the head to the left. Just as far as your neck is happy with. Look to your left, beyond the left hand. Maybe there are walls, who knows, there's something there. Just imagine that it's not there. Close the eyes. Imagine again that you're somewhere. Maybe this time you're lying on a towel or blanket at the top of a ridge or mountain. You can see a beautiful valley. It's verdant, lush. You can see a lot of pretty colored flowers all along the valley. And in the middle, there's a river. It's meandering its way to the ocean. You're looking down as the water rolls and moves over the rocks. And then you can just see the water glistening in the sunshine. And then finally, it makes its way to the ocean. And then you can see all across the ocean to the horizon. This beautiful, beautiful valley. And then breathe your nice, calm and full Ujjayi breath. And relax the muscles of the face, around the head, also through the body, the shoulders, the arms, the hips and thighs. The eyes are relaxed, the eyebrow, the forehead, the top of the head, the back, the temples. Wherever you find tension, release it. Under the eyes, across the cheeks, across the nose, and the lips, the tongue, and the jaw. Take another couple deep breaths here as you relax even more in the pose. And then very slowly, let's release that, roll back to the center. Bend the right knee and move the hips into the middle again. We're going to take our arms out to the sides and do some windshield wipers to loosen back up. So let the knees go left, head go right. Then back to the center, knees go right, head goes left. Back to the center, knees left, head right. Back to the center, knees right, head left. Back to the center again, left and right. Back to the center, knees go right, head left. Center, knees left. Center, knees right. Center, and one more, knees left. Center, knees right. Center. Just take another breath here. We're winding down. We're getting ready for our Shavasana. Nice deep breaths. Now let's lift the feet off the ground, reach between the knees, grab onto the big toes and go into happy baby. We're gonna rock side to side. If the feet are farther away from the head, you can feel a nice massage across the lower back. If the feet are closer to the shoulders, then we're going to feel that massage going across either the middle back or the shoulders. Rock. You can stretch one foot up higher as you rock side to side. You can bring one knee closer to the ground or touch the ground. And you can also take the legs way over to one side and then way over to the other. So the whole outer leg makes contact with the floor. That's a whole nother style. And you can do all of them. You can mix them all up. Happy baby. We want for us all to be happy in this pose. So do it how you like. And a little bit more time in happy baby. Then we're going to stretch our legs out. So that might mean feet farther apart. That might mean unbending the legs more. Whatever it is that you feel is right for you to stretch those legs. And also focus on the breath. And then let's bring our legs slowly back together, knees together, feet on the floor. Let's stretch one leg out and then the other one all the way. And then we'll do 3 full body stretches. Arms reach up and over, feet reach away. The ribs really stretch out. And then exhale, bring the arms back to the sides. And tuck the belly in. And kind of rock the pelvic floor. Now again, so now the pelvic floor rocks back and we reach. And then the pelvic floor tips forwards and we bring the arms back and press out the air. One more, inhale. Exhale. And now let's turn the palms upwards. Draw the shoulder blades inwards. Let the shoulders sink downwards towards the floor. Our feet can just splay out if they want, or you can with your heels kind of position so that the muscles of the calves go to the outside. That might help if you like your feet more straight up. And now let's, with our eyes closed, well, you can open your eyes and look down there, make sure your feet are about equally distanced from the center line. And then let the head come back down. Notice colors behind your eyelids. Notice any breath of wind or breeze on your skin. Notice how your shoulders feel. Are they relaxed into the floor? Is there tension in the toes and fingers? You can stretch them out and then relax them, or scrunch them up and then relax them. Do you hear any noises in your environment? Just take note of them or notice them and then release them from your notice. If you can, it's a practice. And now, release the thoughts as best you can. Allow your thoughts to drift farther and farther away. And give yourself this time to fully relax and enjoy Shavasana. Time to start wiggling your toes and your fingers and bringing your awareness back. You may, if you wish, stay lying down. Otherwise, you can come up to a comfortable position, Sukhasana, which is a simple cross-legged, or you can go into a half lotus or a lotus or any other comfortable position that you like. Let's stretch our hands, maybe our toes, make waves with our fingers. It's very nice to loosen up the hands. And then we'll get ready for some Om, so you can listen or join. Let's take a breath in and reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center, and we'll breathe deeply again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. And good job to everyone. Glad you were here. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for being here.